Alright, this is Design Crazy here. I'm going to be making a GFX tutorial for the pen tool, text reflection, a text trick, and general sig reflection today. Going to start out with the pen tool. First, you just want a normal size sig. It can be 400 by 200, whatever. Just for basics, I'm going to show you with a black background. I'm going to open up my render here. Here, just going to use this one. Take the marquee tool, copy, paste it, scale it down. Hold shift to keep it proportional. Alright, so we got our render and background, which is just black, but normally it'd be some stock, some effects and stuff. Alright, so then you're going to take your pen tool, which is right here. You have a couple different options, but I'm just going to be using the normal pen tool since it's the most useful one in my opinion. Alright, so first I'm going to show you how to do the curves around your render so that you can kind of create a swivel effect around them. So you're going to start by clicking off of the picture, or on it, doesn't really matter, just I click off because I don't want the end of it to be on the picture. Then you're going to click somewhere kind of about 2/3 of the way where you want the end of the circle or curve to be, so like right here, and then you're going to drag it over, and that creates a bending curve. And then if you want to go the other way, you just simply click over here and repeat and repeat, and then click at the end to finish it. So now you have a curving line that'll encompass your render. So to actually put the line there, you need to click, well actually you need to make a new layer, right click, actually you got to make sure that your brush is set right too. This is a really important part. I'm just going to use a hard circular brush, make it about size 5, and then go to your brush settings, which I don't know, I have them right here because I use it a lot, but if you don't have it, go to Window up here, Brush, and that'll bring it up. So you need to go into here and go into your shape dynamics, make sure it's checked, and then make sure right here pen pressure is checked. If this is not checked, it will not work and it will look horrible. So you're going to take it, make sure you have the color that you want, so I'm going to use white. You're going to right click, stroke path, and make sure that stimulate pressure is checked. Right here for the pen tool, you can use a variety of different effects for your stroke, and I use brush mostly because it's the most common. And if you're making more of a, I don't know, like a pixel sig where you do everything pixel by pixel, you'd use like pencil, or if you want to erase part of it, you'd just use eraser, and so on. We're going to use the brush. So then you stroke it. Now that creates this path around them, and you can see it tapers off and the transparency dies out as it goes around. That's because of the stimulate pressure. So now to create it, to make it look like it's like encompassing and going around the render, you're going to want to take your eraser and make sure it's small enough that it's not going to take out two parts at once. Then you're going to zoom in here, and you're going to erase every other line. So I'd say over here, under here, and then over, under. And that makes it look like it's going around them. Like that. So now you have a stroke that circles around the render. Okay, next I'm going to show you a quick text trick that is extremely useful. If you've ever tried to make two-colored text where it looks like it has a reflection on it, you may or may not know this trick. I did not know this forever, and I am so pissed off that I didn't because it cost me a ton of time. But it's actually pretty easy trick. that saves you hours. So here's your text. I'm going to change the font. Quick. This doesn't really work on curvy fonts because the effect, you can't really notice it as much, but alright, so we have our text here. We have white, and you're going to make a new layer. The effect is where you have half of this be like a darker color and half be a lighter color, creating a reflection look. This is very useful for a variety of things, UI interfaces, just it gives it a general nicer look. So how you're going to do this is you're going to make a new layer. That's going to be the layer that you put the color on, and you're going to hold Control and click the layer that you want to have selected. So I hold Control and click that, and what that does is it automatically selects all of the material inside of that layer. You have to make sure you click the icon here. So now I have the text highlighted, and I'm simply going to take the bucket tool, and I'm going to use just a blue, and I'm going to fill that in. Now that's filled in, deselect it and take your marquee tool and drag across the middle. Let go. Actually I did that wrong. I gotta do the top so that it has a reflection look. And now you're going to erase the color from the top. So now it has the two color. Now to make it look a little more nice, you would decrease the opacity on here, and there you go. You have, obviously you could do a lot more to make it look nicer, like the white wouldn't be as prominent and the color combination didn't really work out too well, but that's the basic idea. And I actually learned that in graphics class, and it saved me so much time in my recent projects. Alright, so next I'm going to show you how to make a text reflection so that it looks like you have a reflection under your text. So to do this, you're going to, I'm going to merge these so that they stay together. Convert to shape. Merge. Alright, so now you're going to duplicate this layer, hit Control T, right click, flip vertical, apply it, and drag it down. So now you can see that you have it flipped upside down so that it makes sense. And then you are going to take your eraser, take a soft brush, and just a decent size, you just want to erase about half of the bottom text. So this will work okay. Now you're going to zoom in and just carefully take away some of the bottom of it to give it kind of like a glossy look. Like that. So now you have a text reflection. And again, you can mess with that and add different effects that'll make it look a lot nicer. So now I'm going to finally show you how to make a entire signature reflection. So this is the white, it's like a white transparent part of the signature that gives it just kind of more of a glossy look, and it makes it look nice. To do this, I use the pen tool because that's the easiest way I found, but I'm sure there are other ways and other brushes that you could use to do this. So how I'm going to do it is click off the screen, and then to make my wave, I just do the drag technique that I showed you earlier, and then I do it a little further out so that it creates a nice wide curve, and then click off, and then just click around the top and reconnect your path, and then make that a selection. Take out your paint bucket, white, hit it, and then change the transparency down. And it doesn't look very good on this, obviously, because it's a crappy signature since I didn't really do anything, but that's the general idea to create that. So that is the end of my tutorial. I hope that you learned something useful, and I'll see you later.